and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier iHypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. So, a warm welcome, of course, for those of you who are tuning in to our special curated podcast, the iHypnosis Life Coaching Journeys. And as always, we make it a point to find truly amazing people who are out there in this space of coaching and healing. And we have a very special guest for you. So put your hands together and, of course, let's welcome in Sunny. So, Sunny, you can, of course, go ahead now and welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. So it's good to see that we have somebody in our midst who's been doing some really, really amazing work. So let's get started. At the top of our show, this is something that we had decided at the beginning of this year, that not only would we reach out to people who we've already met, but also people who are out there in in the universe, people who are doing amazing work. And Sunny's name came up, and here we are in Sunny's midst. So, Sunny, firstly, of course, one more time, a warm welcome. And maybe we'll start at the top, as I like to always check in with my guests. If someone says, "Okay, so Sunny, what do you do?" What what's that?
I smile and spread smiles.
Beautiful,
I help people decode their inborn talents, their
nice.
magical diamonds that lie
Mm,
within that
mm,
Creator has given them.
mm,
So it's like making your life colorful.
mm,
You are beautiful.
mm,
No color is bad. The way you are, the way you are packaged,
mm.
you are a beautiful set.
Right. Awesome. So let me kind of take a moment as we unpack this, because just the way you answered that question, I'm sure this is this is something that has been, it's been cooking for a while. It's taken you a life's journey to get here, and this is how you not only introduce yourself, but you also talk about the work that you do. So before we get into specifics of what you do and how you help people, maybe as we like to say, especially for coaches and healers, we're no stranger to the idea of the hero's journey. So uh, why don't you take us on a journey back in time and tell us how you got to be here and do the things that you do today? Like, what's that journey been like for you, Sunny?
Yes, I was a sweet little boy, took avatar on 2nd of February 1984 in Delhi.
Mm,
My dad had a beautiful factory, born with a silver spoon, but silver spoon was taken away. पापा ने सब भाई को दे दिया.
mm,
तो हम आ गए कोयम्बटूर 86 में. So yes, it was a blessing because they could have put me in any school,
mm,
Punjabi school, Sindhi school, Marwadi school, or any Tamil school. But
mm.
I landed in Chinmaya Vidyalaya.
Wow.
Chinmaya Vidyalaya is a spiritual organization
Mm,
with 300 centers all across the globe, 100 schools in India. So they propagate spiritual values.
mm,
They conduct classes for children. So I was brought up in a beautiful environment. And we used to love, to volunteer. So Chinmaya taught me volunteering. My parents tried to put me in a better convent, richer school, but I failed in all the schools.
okay.
Being a topper in class 5. So
Mm,
topper and entrance have no connection. You will still fail if it is destined to.
mm,
So I continued in the same school. I joined Scouts and Guides. So more values, more volunteering.
mm,
We thought we are volunteering, we are doing a good job. No. Life is preparing you for leadership. Life is preparing you, making you humble, using you as a tool, channel to do something good, and is installing and instilling some good values, life skills.
mm,
Then in grade 9, I started teaching little kids. There's a concept called Bal Bihar.
mm,
So, same hypnosis or NLP from you can go to children.
mm.
and we can do a lot of preventive action there. So that time we thought again we are doing volunteering, but not knowing they were preparing me with my communication skills, organizing skills,
Mm.
handling parents. And I used to sell Chimya Mission books in the bookstall volunteering. So Lord gave me, life gave me the marketing skills also. This
Mm.
book is nice. Please buy this book. So I learned to organize camps, organize workshops,
Mm.
residential camps, picking up children from railway station, dropping them back, that bond, that connection, communication, everything, life kept preparing me. 12th standard, I scored 96%. After that, I could not go to college.
Mm.
Third, and that was my lack mindset. And financial ups and downs came, but my sister got into good education,
Mm.
कंप्यूटर कोर्स एपटेक होता था लाखों का,
Mm.
एनआईआईटी होता था उस जमाने में. So it was my lack mindset. I felt scarcity and being an Aquarian, responsibility, shoulders, three sisters, three elder sisters. So all this took over, and then I lived with lack and scarcity mindset throughout. आंधी हो तूफान हो, सैलरी आनी चाहिए, बिजनेस का
Mm.
रिस्क हम नहीं. No risk taking, no business mindset. I joined my dad's business after 12th standard, but I felt अपने बस की नहीं है. So
Mm.
my first salary was 2,000 rupees only. I joined as a social studies teacher. I found I have a teacher in me.
Mm.
I became very famous with children, giving them fist bumps, high fives, preparing them, encouraging them, motivating them. This was easy for me. So life adversities are blessings in disguise.
Mm.
If my dad's business was superb, I would be selling
Mm.
all the screws and the hinges and the door handles only. Not doing this. Then life changed. I went to Delhi. I was in a five-star job, Priya Warwick Finishing School. I
Mm.
thought I'm doing a great job.
Mm.
I'm getting her 50 lakhs from one school.
Mm.
I should start something of my own. Again, that businessman in me, or the young blood. I thought some school will give me 5 lakhs, but none of them gave.
Mm.
In Delhi, from security guard only, you are not allowed to go inside.
Mm.
Not even meet the beautiful receptionist and say namaste. So that project failed again.
Mm.
But one day, I said, these schools will invite me as a chief guest. A casual statement like this came true after many years.
Mm.
So whatever you tell to the universe, it comes true.
Mm.
I joined, and these same schools started doing puja and aarti. Chai piyoge, thanda piyoge, kya khaoge, Sunny? When I joined Dr. Kiran Bedi's NGO.
Mm.
So after that failure came again the golden period. I traveled to Dubai 4 times, Thailand thrice with Kiran ma'am, raising funds. So I strongly felt kismat achhi honi chahiye.
Mm.
So those golden years came with in the slums when people loved me a lot, saying, "Sunny, you're doing a great job." But that job was not a job for me because 30 days it was fun.
Mm.
It was joy. I never said blood, sweat, and tears. No, because I love children. I
Mm.
discovered the teacher in me.
Mm.
I had volunteering experience, so it was like a cakewalk. What all I learned in school became a bonus.
Mm.
So every day was joy, fun, fulfillment, satisfaction. From night school to children who were, laborers doing those kabadi ka kaam. So lot of satisfaction, lot of blessings from all the donors. Donors used to feel we are only giving money, but you guys are making the change.
Mm.
And for me, it was like breathing because I love children. I love talking the way I'm talking to you.
Mm.
So that period ended when my dad fell ill,
Mm.
2016. I
Mm.
came to Coimbatore, so I didn't go back. My dad had gallbladder stones, and he was put stunt, and then the gallbladder was removed after a few years. It was not removed immediately, So Navjyoti, the golden years ended. Again, what will I do? I joined Chinmaya schools.
Mm,
100 Chinmaya schools, a student of Chinmaya. I had big dreams. I thought they'll send me to 100 schools, love all the kids.
mm,
Nothing happened. I felt underutilized.
mm,
My potential was like suppressed. I was in the ashram. One day, that job also gone. I left. So now what happened? Volunteering. I was volunteering for an organization. That work did not happen, but I met brain profiling leader because I was volunteering and finding out people
mm,
of Coimbatore, trainers and coaches. So I landed there. My life changed. That's how I read people's brains. Like you are excellence, you are
mm,
organized, you are magical, you have great memory, you are step by step, you are an excellent teacher, Rahul. I am super fast.
mm,
चलो आज ही कर लो लाइव बातें करना पसंद है सो आई विल नॉट स्क्रिप्ट बट यू हैव स्क्रिप्ट फॉर एवरीथिंग यू आर मैजिकल एंड यू हैव डिफरेंट वेज टू एक्सप्लेन आई माइट बी
mm,
टू फास्ट एंड इन माई हेड आई एम क्लियर एंड आई
mm,
थिंक आई हैव एक्सप्लेन यू एवरीथिंग बट यू हैव यार ये कुछ ज्यादा फास्ट जा रहा है थांबा so power of volunteering helped and I got
mm,
into power of volunteering also helped. From Delhi, I sent books to tsunami affected area, Chinmaya
mm,
Vidyalaya. I did not pay, I did not spend. They paid the
mm,
money. I was
mm,
yeah, sevak, like calling the person or being there, getting it booked. Nothing I did. I was invited as a chief guest there.
mm,
I was volunteering in Chinmaya on a Gita chanting competition doing MC because I love to talk. MC, I was introducing the chief guest. That chief guest was the owner of a school, correspondent
mm,
of a school. He invited me as a chief guest in his school.
mm,
So that dream came true. One day, these schools will invite me as a chief guest, not knowing. Like, I did not think when I was volunteering in Delhi that that school will invite me. I will join Chinmaya Vidyalaya
mm.
someday.
True.
Nothing like
Yeah.
that. But life is always rewarding.
Mm,
From volunteering for kids to volunteering for Chinmaya as an MC, you are getting paid for it. I'll give you one
mm,
more example, then I will
mm,
stop talking. One more volunteering I was doing in a school, telling all the stories, free.
mm,
Same school said, Sunny, if you could do this full time for us, they gave me 6 lakhs.
mm,
So volunteering is not, universe doesn't need your volunteer. Universe is rewarding your volunteer in cash. You are doing this podcast. I asked you, what do you get? You will definitely get a lot.
mm,
Now, logically, you may say long term game है, but बहुत सारा benefit हो रहा है
mm,
और वो कैश में हो रहा है मटेरियल में हो रहा है ब्लेसिंग्स तो आ रही हैं
mm,
लेकिन और भी बहुत कुछ आ रहा है so then I got NLP certifications, practitioner, master practitioner, trainer, some boundary coaching, meta programs, how a person thinks, what happened genetically, all those spiral dynamics, all that got mastered and effortless. Then I started decoding using fingerprints. Then I started decoding using date of birth. So nothing related to numerology, but related to
mm,
Western science. Those gifts of a person, then shadow areas. What is blocking a person? So hypnosis is a tool. Come, I'll teach you how to clear the block. So I decode, you clear the block. That's why we are a good combination. And today we are here, celebrating, enjoying, relaxing. Life is good. And from that
mm,
scarcity mindset and lack mindset, I've healed myself, come a long way. And yes, abundance is natural and easy now.
mm. Nice. So beautiful how you've taken us on your journey over these last decades. Two questions, Sunny, at this point. You talked about the brain and you met somebody while you were volunteering. Walk us through a little bit more of that. Like, what was that experience? Because obviously that seems to have opened up the doors for a lot over the last, now if you look back over the last probably decade or so, or maybe more. So you can get into more specifics if you want to, but just walk us through what was that experience like, because obviously that played a big role in you shifting in what you do, the trainings that you've gone through. So what was that experience like?
So leaving job from Chinmaya was a miracle.
Ah,
But that time we don't know. We are
hmm,
thinking what will happen next. What will
correct.
I do? So I landed there. They took my fingerprints. They gave me a
Hmm,
beautiful report. They said, "You
hmm,
are a genius. You have unlimited potential, lot of energy." Like
hmm,
some people do little tasks, but they do it well,
ah,
focused.
hmm,
I am challenging. I can't sit in one place. My
hmm,
hands are moving, you see,
hmm,
even in class. So I want to volunteer. So much brain energy is there. Number of neuron
hmm,
connections are more. So it means that I will join Rahul's course. I will join a communication course. I will
hmm,
join a inner child healing course as well. And then I'll combine something on my own. I can't sit simply.
hmm,
A logical person like you will say, पागल है क्या? एक course तो complete कर लें. So
hmm,
we are trying to take in more. All that I realized. And after my report, my mentor asked, "Have you written a book?" I said, "No."
hmm.
So in 2 years, I wrote 4 books.
Nice.
COVID was a blessing for me. And because I talk a lot, I've done over 700 interviews like this, being a
Hmm,
host,
hmm,
learning like you, Aram se. I love going live. I love taking interviews
hmm,
because you build connections. You learn free of cost. So suppose I'm asking you, hey, what is self-love? So every person who came in the interview taught me happiness.
hmm.
And I will ask questions according to my brain design.
Correct.
I'm not planned like you, no structured. So I
Hmm,
will ask random questions. Whatever comes to my mind, it could be
hmm,
family, what do you learn from your dad, what do you learn from your mom. So all that came from my brain design.
hmm,
So we are designed uniquely. And now you may ask, but why children?
hmm,
Navjoti also children, Chinmay also children. Why not CEOs?
hmm,
Our brains are wired differently. No, I can't complain. My lord, you didn't help me go to CEO coaching or CEO training. I would have minted more money because his salary is 3 crores, 4 crores. He
hmm,
would give me easily 3 lakhs or 12 lakhs a year.
hmm,
My children. If I was not made for children, who would love the children?
hmm,
एंड स्कूल में भी यही होता था मेरे को जब टीचर की वैकेंसी देखते हैं
hmm,
ओनली फीमेल्स प्रेफर्ड
hmm,
एंड आई यूज्ड टू लव प्राइमरी चिल्ड्रन ओनली so this is the wiring we decode.
hmm,
And because I'm a fast learner and because I love to talk, in 3 months I was made the trainer.
hmm,
So my experience got accelerated in this. And whenever I go anywhere, wherever I go, I see fingerprints. So my experience got double, triple, 10x,
hmm,
20x, 30x. I've seen thousands of fingerprints, thousands of proper reports, thousands of families. Because if a child is not understood, you may label, मैथ्स नहीं कर रहा, स्पोर्ट्स में लगा है,
hmm,
चैटिंग कर रहा है, क्योंकि आंखों का काम कर रहा है या
hmm,
फिंगर्स का काम कर रहा है. So that is what is his talent. It's
hmm,
requiring channeling and career also. You and I are very happy.
hmm,
iHypnosys, beautiful brand, quality, excellence, shanti, planned, structure. You are happy. Unplanned. चलो podcast करो. Hi Rahul, चलें क्या live? So if I have to invite you, it will be like that only.
hmm,
चलिए राहुल चलते हैं live. So we both are happy because we are doing what we love.
hmm,
But 85% are unhappy with their jobs. Why? They are not aligned with their potential. They are not aligned with their personality.
hmm,
Potential and personality should marry. Potential gives success. Personality gives fulfillment.
hmm,
Because you are structured, that is your potential. And you are loving it and it's easy for you. Is planning tough for you? No. Is structure tough for you? No. But if I become like Rahul, अगले हफ्ते 5 बजे 6 बजे मेरे लिए प्रॉब्लम है।
Mm.
नहीं कहाँ होऊंगा मैं, मुझे नहीं करना भैया,
Right.
आप ही कर लो। So I am fast, I am man in speed.
Mm.
My potential is finisher,
Mm.
initiator. You are not like this. Structure, potential,
Right.
personality. My personality is for kids.
Mm.
Your personality is for adults,
Nice.
and you will be okay even for kids because you are structured. You are anyways not running anywhere. So personality and potential, when they have a good match,
Mm.
they wed permanently. Then there is no midlife career crisis.
Mm.
At
Nice.
home also, we are trying to change each other. What if we understand?
Mm.
Somebody is a loner, somebody is an indoor person, somebody is a Swiggy person. I can't do Swiggy. Chalo, hotel chalo. See this hand movements? This indicates that I'm an outdoor person.
Mm.
I may be an introvert, but when it comes to walking and going out, because there's body energy, I can talk for 8 hours,
Mm.
seminar and all. Because talking plus body supporting. You are a very good listener. You're nodding your head. You're balanced. I can talk non-stop. No problem for me. So my joy, happiness lies in execution of my
Mm.
important.
So I have another very important question for you, Sunny, because the way you structured your conversation, you will say it's unstructured. It was just in the moment, but the way you structured it, when you talked about the early phase, you talked about lack, being in that state of lack, and then when you reach the end of your journey, which is where you are today, you talked
नहीं,
about
end मत
how
बोलो अभी।
where you are today.
2 साल जिएंगे अभी तो।
uh, Another 100 years. So where you are today, you talked a lot about how now you no longer are in that state of lack. So the reason also why I'm asking you this is because a lot of people who are now, especially post COVID, they've realized ki, maybe that job of the last 15 years, 20 years, they were following a certain path कि school करो, college करो, फिर 20 साल के लिए, you do a job and you kind of have, let's say, stability, like what you were talking about in the first phase. So walk us through what was that like? How did that shift happen? Because the reason also I'm asking you is because our audience is primarily people who are coaches, healers, and people who are on that journey of healing, right? So they're at a certain point in their life where they're trying to figure out आगे क्या होने वाला है. And like I said, a lot of people are just a couple of years into coaching. So especially when we talk about lack versus abundance, that's something that it's one thing when you're working in a job where you're guaranteed कि पैसे आएंगे. It may be less, but पैसे आएंगे, right? And
आंधी हो,
now
तूफान हो, ठंड हो, गर्मी हो।
exactly, right? Versus now when people have started to make that shift into doing more, like coaching more and more full time, this whole idea of abundance versus lack, it literally gets like a full blast of the spotlight. तो जो है वो ज़्यादा दिखेगा, अगर lack है तो ज़्यादा lack दिखेगा, अगर abundance है तो that is what will be evident. This is like the backdrop, like why I'm asking the question. Ki for someone who you believe that you're at a point today where now you're living more in that state of abundance. So walk us through how were you able to make that shift? Like what were some of maybe the stories that happened along the way that helped you shift that thinking, that belief or beliefs that you had कि पहले lack था अभी abundance है.
बहुत प्यारा क्वेश्चन है, बहुत
Hmm.
इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है।
Hmm.
ये पार्ट आप कट करके भी लोगों को बांट सकते हो, इतना इंपॉर्टेंट है।
Hmm.
रीजन आई विल टेल यू। अपना माल बेचने के लिए हम बोलते हैं 9 to 5 क्विट कर दो।
Hmm.
भाई साहब मत करो। इफ योर पोटेंशियल इज नॉट देयर to be organized like Rahul, then your day will be chaotic. You
Hmm.
will not follow discipline. If you don't have a business coach with you, don't quit jobs. If you are not ready to become that person, what
Hmm.
is a business mold?
Hmm.
क्योंकि पैसे आ रहे थे जॉब में,
Hmm.
your potential match was there. We all want to grow.
Hmm.
साइड में कर लो,
Hmm.
पहले हील कर लो, डिस्कवर कर लो, decode, develop awareness, alignment, then abundance.
Hmm.
You can't desire abundance first. Awareness of your design, acceptance of your design, then you attract abundance.
Hmm.
पहले I need to, get a candle, wax, diya, bati, you know, the earthen pot, clay, everything should be ready. Then that kapoor also, so that you light and then it lights up so fast, so beautifully. So हम वो भूल जाते हैं, हम कहते हैं जल नहीं रही, या मेंटर की जली हुई देख के हमें मजा आ रहा है.
Hmm.
So I am not a born entrepreneur. I am pushed into all this by
Hmm.
God. So when I was selling reports after decoding, 3,000 per report, 5,000 per
Hmm.
report, I used to making good money. But my brain design, my human brain design,
Hmm.
the gifts, it says Shani Shanti mein rahe. My language is भगवान देते हैं पैसे, भगवान देते हैं लीड्स, भगवान भेजेंगे रिपोर्ट का कस्टमर भी. In 2018,
Hmm.
now I have shifted. I have to make it happen. I'm responsible.
Ah.
But still, my brain design and human design says I should not rush. I should not hustle. But am I willing to take risk?
Hmm.
85% people are suffering from low self-esteem, as per statistics of Harvard. It is true. My brain design also says this. There are more feelers on the planet. World needs followers. The creator has done a great job. If all were entrepreneurs, you will
Hmm.
not have maids in your house. You will not have teams working for you. Then everyone will be a solopreneur.
Hmm.
Everybody will be a Vaishya selling. Bhagwan made it beautifully, but let us not die as pleasers. Let us not die as followers. Uh, be a great leader as a follower. Be a risk taker as a follower. Don't be a pleaser as a follower.
Hmm.
Start thinking big as a follower. Start expanding your money beliefs as a follower. There's nothing wrong as a follower. I'm still a very good follower. I can carry your bags and say, Rahulji, please, I can be a very good host. When I was in Ashram 2016 to 2018, Chinmaya Education Cell, 100 schools. Nice. I enjoyed that role also.
Hmm.
But I felt that children connect, travel, my outdoor personality was not used. So I was not using the risk taking abilities there.
Hmm.
I was not growing. I was not challenged. I was not using my whole brain potential. Thinking that I'm a pleaser, I can't do business is fixed mindset. But if I can come out with a coach, heal first, start small, small
Hmm.
risk, start talking to people. Hi Rahul, 10 लाख भेज दो. लोगों को ये मांगने में भी डर लग रहा है. तो फिर ये सब छोटे छोटे स्टेप्स हैं बिफोर यू गेट इनटू कोचिंग बिजनेस.
Hmm.
अब कोचेस बनने के लिए हार्ट से बन गए. I want to make a difference. I want to spread kindness. When we talk about our figures, that we hit 100K dollars in 18 months through high ticket organic marketing, some people tell us, I don't want the money game, because they are still stuck in fixed mindset, fear mindset, security mindset. They are not welcoming Lakshmiji. They have not attended T. Harvekar's millionaire mindset.
Hmm.
So I'm not saying kindness should not be there, because I have been there. मैं क्यों कर रहा था वॉलंटियरिंग स्कूल में? आई लव टू हेल्प.
Hmm.
कंट्रीब्यूशन एंड दूसरों के आंसू पहुंचो, पहले अपने पहुंच लो.
Hmm.
आई विल मैनेज माई ओन. आई शुड शेयर विद राहुल what I'm going through. So pleasers don't share. Pleasers don't ask. They are avoidants. They avoid their own needs. And introverted, another brain design says, I will handle on my own. Why should I trouble? I don't want anybody's help. So superiority and inferiority, all these are blockers. So there's a list of blockers in your brain.
Mm.
So please don't even think of entrepreneurship. But I know so many have jumped into entrepreneurship, coach certification, coaching after coaching, courses after courses, and they have bought everybody's every course
Mm.
and high level course. 1 लाख, 2 लाख, 5 लाख, सब जगह 5-5 लाख लगा दिए, 25 लाख लगा दिए, खुद लोन में बैठे. I know those stories, and I'm handling such clients.
Mm.
So there is a work behind. Okay, small steps. राहुल को फोन करो, 10 पेटी मांगो, हिम्मत बढ़ेगी. वापिस दे देना 1 हफ्ते बाद, मांग तो सही. तो थोड़ा रिस्क टेकिंग, थोड़ा आस्किंग, थोड़ा कीपिंग, थोड़ा गिविंग. गिविंग ज्यादा कर रहे हो, अपने लिए रिसीव करना सीखो. राहुल जी आपकी दाढ़ी बहुत अच्छी है. नो 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 नो, यू आर जस्ट जोकिंग. भैया दाढ़ी का कॉम्प्लीमेंट तो ले नहीं रहे, फिर कैसे पैसे लोगे?
Mm.
मनी ब्लॉक्स, compliments and love, all three come together.
So I love the framing. Like you obviously built this through experience. So maybe walk us through like that first moment when you went from lack to the abundance. Like what was that unlock for you?
सिंपल सी बात है.
Mm.
फ्लाइट में हमने खर्चे 10,000, आने जाने के 20,000, 500 का खाना खाने में नानी मर रही है. नहीं नहीं,
Mm.
घर में आलू पराठा पैक करके देंगे, वो हम हरिद्वार तक चला लेंगे.
Mm.
और दोपहर का खाना भी कर देंगे, सुबह का ब्रेकफास्ट भी कर देंगे, रात के भी 2 परांठे, 6 परांठियां लेके जाएंगे. घर वालों ने भी ऐसे ही ट्रेन किया, तू बाहर का खाएगा नहीं, हम पैक करके देंगे,
Mm.
जीरा आलू बना के देंगे.
Mm.
इतना ही करना है. एयरपोर्ट पे जाओ, ऑर्डर करो एक बढ़िया सी ड्रिंक 500 की, एक बढ़िया सा छोला भटूरा 500 का. 1,000 रुपए जिस दिन खर्च करोगे अकल आ जाएगी.
Mm.
ये है लैक टू अबंडेंस. इतना ही सिर्फ मांगना होता है यूनिवर्स से.
Mm.
पैसे खर्चने में कुछ कुछ हो रहा है बस.
Mm.
ये कोई ऐसी बड़ी रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है, ऐसा लगता है.
What
जब
was
तुम
your
बैठ के,
unlock? What was your story when you made that
मैंने
shift?
एग्जांपल दे दिया सच्चा वाला. ये अपनी स्टोरी बता रहा हूँ
Okay,
मैं.
got it.
हाँ.
Mm. So what,
जब
what made what
फ्लाइट
made you
में,
shift that? Why I'm asking you this is because that's the reason why I make it a point to reach out to people who are already steps ahead on the journey, because there are people who are starting off today, right? So what made you say कि ठीक है, 500 का drink, 500 का छोला भटूरा, like was there like a moment, was there maybe you had attended something, what made that shift
हाँ,
happen?
ये कोर्सेज किए थे ना मैंने.
Ah,
मनी माइंडसेट, अबंडेंस, अभी भी कर रहा
right, of
हूँ.
course. Hmm.
क्योंकि इट्स अ जर्नी.
Correct.
सी, जब आप हजारों में कमा रहे हो, तो एक ब्लॉक होता है लाख पे जाने का.
Hmm.
जब आप 1 लाख 2 लाख पे हो, तो एक ब्लॉक होता है 10 लाख पे जाने का.
Hmm.
जब 10 लाख पे होते हो तो 20-30 लाख पे जाने का, 20-30 पे होते हो तो करोड़ पे जाने का, करोड़ पे होते हो तो 8 करोड़ पे जाने का, $1 million.
Hmm.
तो यही गेम है. हर लेवल पे ब्लॉक आएगा, हर लेवल पे आप एक्सपैंड करोगे. वो
Hmm.
फिक्स माइंडसेट, ग्रोथ माइंडसेट थियरी फुल अप्लीकेबल है हर जगह. कुछ लोगों ने उसको वो बोला है, कुछ लोगों ने कंफर्ट जोन बोला है, कुछ लोगों ने ग्रोथ जोन बोला है, कुछ लोगों ने ब्लॉक्स बोला है.
Hmm.
सब कहानी सेम ही है, और हम सब सुधरने के लिए तैयार नहीं है.
Hmm.
क्योंकि ब्रेन में एनर्जी होती है, 10 ब्रेन लोब्स. वहां एनर्जी जा ही नहीं रही है जहां पे 500 रुपये में खर्च होगा. मैं सिर्फ सेविंग के लिए सोच रहा हूँ. मैं सोच रहा हूँ कल पैसा खत्म हो जाएगा. आज है, कल क्या होगा.
Hmm.
आज राहुल जी ने 1 लाख दे दिए मेरा प्रोग्राम ज्वाइन करने. इन्होंने 10 लाख नहीं दिए तो, अगला कस्टमर ही नहीं आया तो, सिर्फ राहुल की बात नहीं हो रही, अगला कस्टमर नहीं आया तो ये मन
Hmm.
ऐसे डर में जीता है, ऐसे डर अजम्पशंस में जीता है.
Hmm.
एक होता है ज्ञान देना, इंटेलेक्चुअली हीलिंग का ज्ञान ले लिया, इंटेलेक्चुअली मैं भी बांट रहा हूँ. वो जब तक महसूस नहीं किया, ये प्लीजर्स महसूस नहीं करते, इंटेलेक्चुअल जरूर बन जाते. थियोरेटिकली वो बोलेंगे यस आई अंडरस्टैंड, यस आई नो, बट दे डोंट नो. क्योंकि जहर लिखा है, ह और र मिट भी गया, पॉइजन में सब मिट गया, पी बचा है,
Hmm.
फिर भी आप रिस्क नहीं लेते हो, उसको बोलते हैं जानना। ये कैंडल है ना, पता है कि हाथ जलेगा, आप डालते हो, इसको बोलते हैं जानना। नहीं तो वी डोंट नो एक्चुअली व्हेन वी आर नॉट प्रैक्टिसिंग। एंड दीज प्लीजर्स एंड हम फोर वर्ड्स पर्सनालिटी में आउल और डव बोलते हैं, तो ये नहीं करेंगे रिस्क। Intellectually, they'll say, very good, wow, Sunny, I like your vibes, I like your aura. But is it easy to change? No. It's a journey. Journey with Rahul, journey with Sunny. तो साथ चलना पड़ता है। फिर
Hmm.
ब्रेन, जैसे बच्चे को मनाते हैं ना हम कोई एक्टिविटी करने के लिए, जो तेरे को पसंद है उसके साथ ये भी एक्टिविटी कर लेंगे। तेरे को मैं पसंद हूँ ना, चल मेरे साथ ये एक्टिविटी कर ले, तो ब्रेन जल्दी एक्सपैंड होता है। इसलिए हमें
Hmm.
स्कूल जाना जरूरी है, यंग पे ही हिट करना जरूरी है। बाकी कोचेस
Right.
को ये रियलाइज करना पड़ेगा, ये रियलिटी के लिए इतना ही मिलेगा, नई रियलिटी के लिए कुछ नया सोचना पड़ेगा।
Hmm. Nice. So I think that's a perfect segue for you to, walk us through key when people meet you today, right? Let's say somebody sees you on Insta or wherever they come across you and they're like, okay, Sunny, I want to work with you, right? Typically, what is that? What does that entail? Like, what do you do today?
बस पहला स्टेप यही है, अपने आप से प्यार करो। तो डिकोडिंग करते हैं हम
Hmm. Hmm.
10 लोब्स में कहाँ एनर्जी है, व्हाट आर यू फीलिंग, व्हाई आर यू फीलिंग, व्हाट आर यू थिंकिंग, व्हाई आर यू थिंकिंग, हाउ आर यू थिंकिंग। एक सरदार जी थे जिनकी हमने रिपोर्ट पढ़ी थी,
Hmm.
उन्होंने थेम्स में -2 में जंप लगाया था। अब हम सब लॉजिकली क्या बोलेंगे, पागल है बंदा,
Hmm.
बट उसको किक आ रही है रिस्क लेने।
Hmm.
डॉक्टर किरण बेदीज ब्रेन डिजाइन, शी
Hmm.
कुड स्टैंड अगेंस्ट मिनिस्टर्स,
Correct.
गवर्नर शांति की लाइफ एंजॉय कर सकते थे, नहीं, सबको प्यार करेंगे जाके। ऑल द वुमेन वर्कर्स, म्युनिसिपल वर्कर्स, मेडिकल का स्कैम भी पकड़ लिया। क्यों? इतने अवार्ड ले लिए, इतना काम कर लिया, फिर भी शी इज लाइक दैट। शी विल नॉट टॉलरेट एनीथिंग इनजस्टिस, अनएथिकल ऑन द प्लैनेट। उनकी फैमिली है नहीं है, सबकी फैमिलियां उनकी फैमिली, ये फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा उनको कि दिस पर्सन इज रिलेटेड टू मी और नॉट। इनजस्टिस विल नॉट बी टॉलरेटेड, ब्रेकिंग ऑफ लॉ, ब्रेकिंग ऑफ रूल विल नॉट बी टॉलरेटेड। सो दीज आर ब्रेन डिजाइंस। साले ने जीजे को थप्पड़ मार दिया, तो ये सब डिकोड करना जरूरी है।
Hmm.
300 किलोमीटर दूर से कार चला के वो पटाखे बजाने वाली फैक्ट्री के मालिक मिलने आते हैं हमें। क्यों? बच्चा लिखता नहीं है, तो ये जरूरी है पहले डिकोड करना। क्यों नहीं लिख रहा, क्यों थप्पड़ लगा उसको, जीजा जी को, नहीं तो जीजा जी को थप्पड़ लगने का तो चांस है
Hmm.
नहीं, नॉर्मल सिनेरियोस। सो व्हेन यू डिकोड द ब्रेन, you are a mirror. So I do the job of a mirror.
Hmm.
And as per my design, I'm 1% on the planet reflector. It has its own pros and cons.
Hmm.
Because I'm absorbing your energy. I'm absorbing people's energy, reflector. And that is not my energy. I'm a moon personality also. So first job is reflect, mirror, decode. Then healing starts. Decode your nature, nurture your nature to brighten your future.
Hmm.
So nurturing is a journey, decoding is just a 1 day thing, 2 day thing.
Hmm.
With different modalities you can decode.
Hmm. Hmm.
And decoding is beautiful. Decoding itself is a lot of peace.
Hmm.
If you want to expand in your life in all areas, then you walk with us for a 1 year program. Nurture yourself.
Hmm.
Like how I nurtured myself. Because old Sunny would have been in thousands only. नवज्योति में मेरी सैलरी इतनी थी,
Hmm.
तो they paid me well and I am very contented, happy. तो ऐसा नहीं था कि वो मुझे कम लगते थे, बहुत अच्छे लगते थे मुझे पैसे वो भी। So nature, nurture, then you expand, then you give your gift away.
Hmm.
So discover your gift, develop your gift, and give it away. That adds meaning to life. Then Oprah says, living that creator's plan for you. So that is what I do all my life.
Mm.
beautifully, happily, joyfully.
Mm. And these are people you mainly, from what I understood, you work mainly with kids, correct? When
Kids,
you're doing the
mothers,
decoding.
teachers,
Mm.
coaches.
Okay, so you've expanded from just working with kids to now uh,
Yes.
coaches, teachers, parents as well.
Yes. Kyunki if they understand themselves,
Hmm.
see, children is guesswork for them.
Hmm.
So I always recommend parents. वो शिवका जी से जो फैमिली आई थी पहले अपना देखो. So when we did for the mother, we were like वो किसी से बात नहीं करती तो उनके अंदर कितना भरा होगा. मनी इज देयर, मल्टी
Hmm.
मिलियनर, पटाखे की फैक्ट्री की मालकिन, बट इमोशनली she
Hmm.
needs someone whom she can talk to. So ऐसे brains undecoded,
Hmm.
they die in pain. They invite diseases because they have not opened up.
Hmm.
So I've seen a lot of families like this. It is a homework for everyone. It is so
Hmm.
important for everyone to decode. You will
Hmm.
save yourself a lot of pain, which is invited by you, forced
Hmm.
by you. So professionals also come to me
Right.
who are in pain.
Hmm. So speaking of, the post-COVID, this whole wave of coaches happening, people discovering things that were in them for maybe the longest time, but after COVID, a lot of people woke up, right? So coaching hai, healing hai, like people started to explore that. In your own journey, when you now look back at, let's say, and of course till 2018, it was more volunteering, so it's not, you were still sort of in the process, but post COVID, when you look at, let's say, your own digital marketing journey, right, your own brand building journey, what's that been like?
Effortless,
Hmm.
very, very easy.
Hmm.
Because I'm very fast in posting content,
Hmm.
you will see me everywhere.
Hmm.
LinkedIn, 30K followers. Instagram, 25K followers.
Hmm.
Instagram started with 1,500 only
Hmm.
till last year, April. Then
Okay.
somehow some magic happened, I don't know what. But it kept increasing. I
Hmm.
posted 8 pieces of content per day also.
Nice. Hmm.
So number of pieces game I can play easily. LinkedIn also I used to have 200 likes, 300 likes for all
Hmm.
my videos during COVID.
Hmm.
I thought, wow, content, but that was algorithm playing.
Hmm.
People were at home.
Hmm.
Now 30 also come big
Hmm.
thing.
Right.
So algorithm keeps changing. So
Hmm.
being digitally omnipresent is in your hands.
Hmm.
Posting every day is in your hands. We have a beautiful tool called Substack. So
Hmm.
post there, it goes as email to people. Be there as a pillar of support. Be there as a coach to go to if they need help.
Hmm.
Rest, leave it to God because posting is in your hands.
Hmm.
Don't be lazy in posting. Brand builds automatically, easily, effortlessly. Keep posting. Keep sharing what you have.
Hmm.
It's like sharing your gifts, sharing what you love to give, sharing what you're happy with. Like it could be a hypnosis quote, it could be a brain quote in my language, it could be some moment of joy when I went and met a vendor. I said thank you, he smiled. They made.
Hmm.
And small things you can post. People want positive content. All coaches should commit.
Hmm.
I will post every day. It doesn't take time. And my journey has been same content I posted everywhere. Facebook, Instagram,
Hmm.
LinkedIn, YouTube. So I have no problems. So I feel brand building journey मैंने की नहीं, अपने आप हो गई.
Hmm.
I've got about 1,500 videos on YouTube.
Hmm.
So my content pieces were always more,
Hmm.
followers were less. Like Instagram, you will laugh. My post last year was 3,500 push. Yeah, 3,000. And followers were only 1,400. And usually all influencers have
Hmm.
500 posts and million followers.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter. सो वन कोच फ्रॉम पुणे सेड, सन्नी को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, ये रोज पोस्ट करेगा. So if you can fall in love with sharing what you know, what God has given you, then your question is like very easy and simple. It is automatic, it is auto magic.
Mm, mm,
So if you ask me what strategy did you use, no strategy. But if you can see the number of posts, they have increased from last year.
mm,
And after hitting 20K, 21K, 25K, I have reduced the posts on Instagram. So keep posting. That is the
mm,
mantra. And if I have to give you more specific answer, Facebook पे photo चलती है.
mm,
You post a photo with your wife, with your son, with your mummy, with your papa. You post a photo, it works very well because all your relations will like for sure.
mm,
And then others will feel he's a human being. They will like also. They will feel the human to human connect. Your client will also come. Instagram, I feel reels work better.
mm,
But these days, latest research says कि राउजल भी चल रहे हैं, फोटो भी चल रही है, बट
mm,
रील से ही मेरी ग्रोथ हुई है.
mm,
लिंक्डइन पे थोड़ा इंटेलेक्चुअल वल्नरेबल स्टोरीज वर्क बेस्ट.
mm. Nice. So one important question, Sunny. This is obviously, the where you are today. It's been a journey as you've taken us through it, like frame by frame. This is that segment where we talk about the journey of mentors. So, who are these mentors that came into your life at different stages, and what role did they play in your growth, if you want to call it that, or your progression?
ये सबसे बढ़िया सेगमेंट है.
Hmm.
थैंक यू बोलो भगवान को, थैंक यू बोलो सब मेंटर्स को. सो इट स्टार्टेड विद चिन्मया. सो
Hmm.
चिन्मया वैल्यूज made me
Hmm.
who I am.
Hmm.
If no Chinmaya values, if no Chinmaya volunteering,
Right.
I would have not nurtured. Nature
Hmm.
is there. Contribution अच्छा है, इसका
Correct.
strong है. लेकिन जब उसको पानी नहीं दिया, तो वो contribution में खुशबू नहीं आती.
Hmm.
So thanks to Chinmaya, all the Swamis, Babajis whom I met, who I traveled along. Thank
Hmm.
you to them. Then came Dr. Kiran Bedi's life.
Hmm.
I was just simply writing emails to schools when I was failing as a 50 lakh, 5 lakh wala sapna. Every girl has a Dr. Kiran Bedi in her. And when I was writing to 1,000 schools, Dr. Kiran Bedi came in front of me. Manifestation, you see, power of words.
Hmm.
So, ma'am gave me to do more for the nation, to
Hmm.
think scale, to think big, to be calm. She sent me to Vipassana, Sudhar Jao.
Hmm.
तो बहुत सारे ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन वहां से आए. My immediate reporting boss in Navjyoti Neelam, she loves me a lot. She blesses me a lot. She mentors me even today. She says, क्या कर रहा है तू? कोई लेगेसी वाला काम किया है तूने? मैंने कहा नहीं किया.
Hmm.
जैसे you see me as a brand, but they don't see me as a brand. They
Hmm.
say लेगेसी वाला काम होना चाहिए, कुछ ऐसा खड़ा होना चाहिए कि जो तुम्हारे बियॉन्ड जिए.
Hmm.
ऐसा मैंने अभी किया नहीं है, तो हम आज भी डांट खाते हैं उनसे. तो वो मेंटर कर रहे हैं. लाइक मैं नहीं जाता उनके पास, लेकिन
Hmm.
उनका आशीर्वाद पूरा है. उसके बाद एनएलपी में पूजा सरन मैम है. तो फॉर मी लव हील्स, एंड ऑल द प्लीजर्स, ऑल द लैक पीपल, दे नीड ओनली लव. Lack of money, lack of पैसा, lack of love, lack of compliments and more love, ये इनको यही चाहिए बस. क्योंकि
Hmm.
लव मिलता है तो लव लेते नहीं है, कॉम्प्लीमेंट मिलता है तो कॉम्प्लीमेंट लेते नहीं है. नहीं नहीं नहीं, भगवान ने किया, नहीं 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 नहीं. सो ये वही कहानी थी हमारी, लव, मनी और कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स. उसके बाद पूजा सरन मैम के बाद हमारी लाइफ में आए ब्रेन मेंटर, जो मैं आज तक कहानियां सुनाता हूँ. तो रत्ना स्वामी जी हैं, ये थायरो केयर के
Hmm.
को फाउंडर और उनके छोटे भाई. तो आज जितना भी ज्ञान है मेरे पास फिंगरप्रिंट्स का, सब वही.
Hmm.
तो आई सेलिब्रेट दैट अलॉट. फिर वेरी ब्लेस्ड एंड थैंकफुल टू सिद्धार्थ राजशेखर सर. ज्वाइन किया था हमने, नोट छापेंगे उनके साथ. लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि मैं एक अच्छा इंसान बनाऊं जाके,
Hmm.
क्योंकि हाई टिकट कर लिया मैंने, पैसा आ गया $100K वेरी इजीली. बट सिद्धार्थ सर ने सिखाया कि कम्युनिटी पे फोकस करो, L1 भेजो। तो मुझे लगता है कि स्पिरिचुअल ग्रोथ इज इम्पॉर्टेंट। फिर जो हमारी ऑर्गेनिक मार्केटिंग की सक्सेस आई है वो सारी राशि शिवानी से आई है। तो दे took us out of that shell, they made us invest at high ticket amount। बाकी कुछ मेंटर्स ऐसे भी रहे हैं जिन्होंने उतना हमें इम्पैक्ट नहीं किया,
Mm,
लेकिन वो सारे भी अच्छे हैं। आई एम सॉरी, आई लव यू, आई थैंक यू, प्लीज फॉरगिव मी। ये
mm,
जरूरी है क्योंकि हर मेंटर की अपनी खूबी थी। सो मुझे एक मैसेज जरूर देना है कि डोंट फॉल फॉर फ्लैशी मेंटरिंग, फ्लैशी फॉल्स, कि भाई मार्केटिंग अच्छी कर रहे हैं तो वो कुछ स्टफ वाले नहीं।
mm,
चेक करके पैसा डालो, क्योंकि जब पैसा कमा रहे होते हो, जैसे मैंने बड़ी फिगर बोली, मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ी फिगर है $100K, कमिंग फ्रॉम सैलरी माइंडसेट या इन्वेस्टमेंट। तो डोंट फॉल फॉर फ्लैशी मेंटरिंग,
mm.
फ्लैशी मार्केटिंग। तो ये बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन है। तो उसके बाद हो सकता है तुम नेगेटिव भी बोलो अपने मेंटर के लिए, तो नेगेटिव नहीं बोलना है, बस एक क्वेश्चन ये जरूर रखना है, डोंट इमीडिएटली गो फॉर इन्वेस्टिंग बिग अमाउंट्स ब्लाइंडली।
Nice. So, one final question for you, Sunny, as we start to wrap, which is there any question that you would have wanted me to have asked, which I haven't yet? So, that could be, your the final question for at this point. Ki something that, maybe it could be an area, could be a topic, could be something that maybe you want to expand a little more on.
नहीं, मुझे एक सवाल पूछना है आपसे। 52 मिनट्स हमने बातें की हैं, आपको कौन सी बात अंदर छू गई, स्माइल करा गई, वो बता दो बस आप। क्योंकि मैं तो प्लान करके आया नहीं था कि हाँ ये पूछो वो पूछो, तो ऐसा कुछ है नहीं मेरे में।
So to put it like this, you had made this one comment. It was we met yesterday, right? You made this or day before. You made this comment ki um, if I just, as in if you just speak in one word answers, will you be able to manage it? Right? And I'm sure, as you can tell, at minute 52 plus 52 and a half, you didn't, come across any of those frames where you're like, yeah, ha or na, right? You obviously were able to expand on it. So obviously something connected. And that is also testament to you wanting to share and help people who are on the journey, who are where you were maybe 5 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, जो आज वो लोग वहाँ पे है उस मुकाम पे. And the intention obviously is that by listening to you, this is going to change their perspective, change their direction. And like I said, the intention of this pod is always to bring your words out into the universe, and that if for someone who's on the journey, when they listen to this, it moves the needle for them. So as we start to wrap, one thing, of course, big thank you to you for showing up and for bringing your energy, your intention, and may more and more people be benefited by the work that you do, the young ones and the younger ones. uh, and so I definitely say, wish you all the best on your journey. And once again, thank you for making it here and sharing your experiences. And of course, for those of you who have reached this point and you're listening to us, you've been listening to Sunny. Um, just remember that you are definitely someone who is special, which is why you've connected to Sunny's energy. You've been listening to his stories, listening to his philosophy on life, and may you be blessed by all that you listen to. And one more time, of course, Sunny, thank you for making it here. And lastly, just another reminder for all of you, as you've been listening, not just to this pod, but we've literally today we are on pod number 69, and we will be doing more in times ahead. So, keep tuning in. And of course, as always, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course, we'll be back with more. So, with that, of course,
Thank you
Sunny,
so much, Rahul. Thank you. I've
you're
learned a
most
lot,
welcome.
though I've done more podcasts. मुझे लगता है कि इतना ब्यूटीफुल पॉडकास्ट
Mm,
एंड मैं तो यूजली 10 मिनट निपटाओ यार
mm,
15 मिनट कोई लंबे आंसर दे रहा है तो 15 मिनट और मैं पूछ रहा था आपसे लिटरली 2 दिन पहले कि भाई
mm,
लंबा चल जाएगा
mm.
चला लोगे तो इट इज अ मिरेकल यू आर अ ग्रेट लिसनर
Thank you.
यू डूइंग यू आर हीलिंग अस just by
Thank you.
bringing us here.
Mm. Thank you for saying
Your
that.
intention is very, 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 very beautiful and pure. So
Beautiful.
I'm taking these two lessons.
Mm,
Like टाइम नहीं देखना, किसी को खाली होना है, किसी को कुछ शेयर करना है, किसी का मैसेज पहुंचाना है यूनिवर्स में, किसी की दिल है,
mm,
तो आपने वो बहुत प्यार से किया, तसल्ली से किया, पेशेंस से किया. फिर इंटेंशन,
mm,
ठीक है, मेरी इंटेंशन यही होती थी जब मैं करता था कि भाई ठीक है, राहुल खुश, मैं खुश, वो 20 मिनट मैक्स, 20
mm,
तो मैं ज़्यादा बोल रहा हूँ, 12 से 15 होते थे यूजुअल एवरेज.
mm,
मैं बोलता हूँ यार हम दोनों खुश, बाकी घर वाले आसपास के हमारी वाइफ तो देख ही लेंगे,
mm,
यही सोचते थे कि मम्मी देखती है हमारे यहाँ, तो बस यही ठीक है.
mm,
लेकिन आपका इतना ब्यूटीफुल इंटेंशन, कोई आज देख रहा है, कोई कभी भी देख रहा है, उसको खुशी मिले, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन मिले. Very, very nice. I'm learning this and I'm taking this
thank you.
lesson from you. Thank you.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you. And of course, we will now, I'll just hop across to YouTube and end the stream there, but stick around for a second, Sunny.
Yes.